What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are currently on day 9 of our 12 days of Christmas baking. On today's episode, we are going to be making shortbread. I have only made shortbread a handful of times in the past. My best friend Robin is actually addicted to them, so every year I'll usually make her a batch or two of shortbread cookies. This year I have not, however, but maybe I'll give these one a stir. I love shortbread, even though you're not supposed to eat cookie dough or raw cookie dough because of the flour and the eggs. I love cookie dough. It is so delicious. I'm just going to be using a simple whipped recipe that I found on Pinterest. So let's just dive right into it. The ingredients that you will be needing are 1½ cups of flour, 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, 1½ cups of butter that's softened. The recipe specifically calls for butter, so I'm not going to substitute it with margarine. 3/4 cup of cornstarch. I will link everything, like always, in the description box below. You will note that the recipe that I used today uses double of everything. Ingredients that they use will make 8 dozen cookies. I'm not interested in eating 8 dozen whipped shortbread cookies. So I have brought the recipe down to 4 dozen. We'll need your KitchenAid or standing mixer. Really heavy. With the standing mixer with the paddle attachment, you are going to beat until fluffy 3/4 cup of butter and the 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. This is going to spray up a bit and you don't want that to happen. See, it's already doing. So just go very slow. I'm just going to scrape down the sides because there is still some butter that isn't incorporated with the powdered sugar. I also want to make sure that I get this recipe right. Honestly, the last time I made whipped shortbread did not turn out good. Or the best. They weren't the best, you know? The first time that you make a recipe and you follow everything exactly, a few recipes later, you're like, okay, I kind of got the hang of this. I don't really have to listen to the recipe that much. No, listen to the recipe. Don't be me. Show you guys what the mixture looks like. Everything is light and fluffy. Once that the butter and sugar have been mixed together, you're going to make sure that you sift the flour and the cornstarch into the mixture in 3 separate additions. So I'm going to get my sifter here and I'm just going to put in a section of flour, a section of cornstarch, and then I'm going to mix it in together. This is a little bit wide, too wide. Second one. Beat it again until it's combined. What I love the most about whipped shortbread is the way that the texture of the dough feels. The cornstarch makes the dough sticky, but not sticky that it sticks to your fingers. Again, I'm just going to scrape down the sides to make sure that everything gets incorporated. And then we're going to sift in the rest of the flour, the cornstarch. Now that's done, I'm going to give it a final mix. Right, the dough looks incredible. I know from experience, even though the website here doesn't state it, that you should whip shortbread cookies for a lot longer than usual. You want the mixture to pull in air, and that's what causes it to turn white at the end. So you're going to turn the oven on for 300 degrees. I thought that I had a million Christmas sprinkles. That's definitely my mom that has them. I don't have them. So I have only like green ones and gold ones. So I think we're going to use the gold ones today. Don't judge me. Don't judge me on this. I'm going to get my tray out here and my scooper. So this should go a heck of a lot easier than the other recipes in the past. This dough is a little bit hard by now, so this might be a little bit challenging, but yeah. Okay, because these should come out seamlessly. And I'm just gonna quickly give from here a little bit of a scrape off. Yeah, that dough, I hope you guys can see that. It looks so good. We are ready to go. You're gonna scoop out your dough. You're gonna roll them out and place them on the baking sheet. By the time my boyfriend actually sees this video, the surprise will be over, but I'm surprising my boyfriend tonight with a surprise birthday party. One of his friends is taking him out for sushi tonight. They'll come home and we will be here. Surprise! I'm sure he has no idea because I don't keep secrets from him ever, so this is pretty big for me. This is pretty big. It doesn't mention in the recipe here, but a trick that I know from the past is you should get a glass of cold water. That will help you when you press down the cookies to add the sprinkles. It won't get stuck to the fork. Dip it into the water and then just slightly press down on the cookie. Obviously, if you press harder down, you'll make a flatter cookie. So it's really just what you prefer. I'm gonna take some of these sprinkles that we have here and just sprinkle them on. The oven is almost done heating up, and we're gonna throw these in for about 20 minutes, and then I'll finish the rest of the cookies and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I have just put in the second batch and I have started making the third batch. I just have to press them down and put on the sprinkles. So it does look like it makes about 4 batches of cookies, or 4 dozen cookies. I'm so excited about these shortbread. They turned out exactly the way that I'd hoped they would. They're not even browned or anything, so I put them in for the perfect amount of time. We're about to put the final batch in. Bugs is excited too. I let him sit up there again. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, maybe hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!